It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like not Christmas.
It's totally Christmas.
That's what you sing January 5th. It's beginning to look a lot like not Christmas.
Let's start the podcast.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Underachieving Enthusiast Podcast. My name is Scott, and I'm joined by my co-host, Chris.
That's me.
And today we are going to talk about the opposite of what we talked about last time, about the college experience, and it's going to be how stressful and shitty college can be, because both Chris and I have had quite a stressful day, and we are going to give you the rundown on what our days looked like today, because it was really ridiculous. So would you like to start us off, Chris?
Well, maybe. Okay. Well, I'd more like to just start off with, this week, because this entire week has been nothing but the college stress all at once. And I'm pretty sure Scott just said what we talked about last time, but I think he just uploaded one of the things that we talked about. So It wasn't directly last time.
It wasn't last time.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, go find it, because that's a good one.
It's called the college experience.
That's what it's called, guys.
That's the one.
Good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, so this week, starting on Monday, I walk into my class, and they're like, "Oh, hey, by the way, did you get my email I sent out Sunday night?" I was like, "No." And then the teacher was like, "We're going to have a test in here on Friday." And good. So I'm sitting here not knowing. And so we started off going over that kind of stuff. And then the very next day, I'm trying to remember everything that happened. So the very next day, I go into another class. I get my score from my midterm that I took 2 weeks ago back. It was good, but the stress had been killing me, so I was freaking out about it. Got that back, and then the same day found out that I needed to take a quiz that's due tomorrow.
Yay.
Yeah. And then that same day, I had to take a 40-question quiz that I failed. And then
I was there. I tried to help. I couldn't.
Yeah. And then
I did my best.
He did. And then the very next day, I had a presentation in the same class of the quiz that I had failed. And then the next day, which is actually tomorrow, I have a midterm in what are you? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, it's okay.
Make sure it's on the right side.
It's all right, everybody. Calm down.
Relax.
Scott's here to save the day.
I am here to save the day.
So then tomorrow I have 2 midterms, one in my college algebra class that I'm failing, and another one in my anthropology class. And I'm talking about this class I'm failing it. It's only because there was one test grade, and I thought I was going to do really good on that test, but I didn't. And so that one test grade kind of brought me down.
I'm lucky enough to not have any classes that are the tests are your only grade. All of my classes are you earn points, and that's out of however many points, which is pretty cool. But in my communications class, that was another. I don't know how done you were with what you were saying.
Oh, well, and then on Friday I have another exam. So I have 3 midterms the next 2 days, and then a quiz and a presentation today, and a quiz yesterday. So I've had a slam-packed week.
It's been a week.
It's been quite the doozy.
So my communications professor, we have these blue book things that we have to do entries in, and we got ours back, and I got a 14 out of a possible 40 points.
Nice.
Which was horrible, because I had an A+ in that class, and now I have a C in that class, because I am a good student. Because I thought I did all of the entries, and in fact, I did not do 7 of the entries that I thought I had done. So, being the good studious student I am, I went, yeah, I stayed after class one day, and I was I talked to him, and we talked about it. He's like, if you redo your entries, then you can get most of your points back. I was like, you're the best person ever. And then we actually were walking towards the same direction, so we had a real conversation. It was pretty cool. We talked about art and all this stuff. Anyway, so I had that all to do to this week, and I crammed that, and I knocked that out on Tuesday and Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. On Monday and Tuesday, and I handed it in today. Wow. And then Monday for my writing class, I had a 1,000-word essay due that we're not doing revisions to, which is what we always do. And then today we had one due, but she didn't give us the document that it was based off of until this afternoon. So I had no way to start it until tonight. And on top of that...
when is it due?
It was due tonight, but I finished it. That was the one I was working on earlier.
No, gotcha. That sucks.
It did
by
suck.
the way, I don't have any class where I use Blue Books.
Really?
Not one.
Huh.
Yeah.
They're pretty shitty.
Oh, and now that you're talking about papers, I did also have a paper due Monday, and I have a paper due tomorrow as well.
Right.
Good.
And then I had to stay after like an extra half an hour in my 2D design class to make sure my project that I was working on was perfect, because the last one, she was like, the craft isn't good enough, and she gave me a bad grade on it, or a below average, I don't know. It wasn't what I wanted. So I had to stay after and make sure that it was like perfect. But anyway, we're not bitching about like our class schedules. We're saying that with all of the wonderful, awesome things and how great Western is and all that stuff that we talked about in the last college experience podcast, it comes with a lot of stress and a lot of very hard shit that we all have to go through. And what makes it better is that literally everybody is going through the exact same thing, especially this week before fall break. All the professors are like cramming everything in, like, you don't have anything else to do, let's give you everything to do. So
you don't have anything better to do than my work. Every teacher is thinking, you don't have anything better to do than my work. And so you have 6 teachers all handing you things that they think is the most important thing that you need to work on, and gives you tasks that will take the entire time until the next class, not considering the fact that you have 5 other classes that are doing the same thing.
Awesome.
Great.
I think I have 5 academic classes, but then I have marching band on top of that. So that, like, which I get credit hours for, but I mean, that just takes it out of you. So today, I had band, and then we had sectionals afterwards, and then I had a group... Sectionals?
I thought you said
sectionals. We had a group sexual. No. We had sectionals, and then I had a group project meeting for an outline that was due, and then I got home. Then I got back to the room and like knocked out that essay, and it took 2 hours, and it was fucking fun.
I call my room home.
I do too. By accident.
It's home.
It is home. But it's just the reality of college. So if you're looking at going to college, you definitely should, I think. But I mean, you're supposed to. It is not all sunshine and daisies, and
it's not all drinking hard liquor,
drinking and partying and meeting women.
Definitely not. I have not gone to any parties at all, like I said in the last one. But I've still had a great time.
We still do have a good time. Instead, we do this.
Today, I was supposed to get my room inspected, too. That adds to the stress, because last week, we got a room inspection, and we failed! So, apparently, our room was not tidy enough, or, like, things were in the way that would possibly cause a hazard if there were to be a fire. I'm sorry, but a fan off to the side where there's a clear walkway, because my roommate has a hurt foot right now, and he has to have a clear shot through the door.
Clear shot.
A clear shot. So so it's like offset to where there's a clear path through our entire room. And clearly it wasn't good enough because we bombed it. So then we got a note saying, you better fix this. We're coming next Wednesday. I walk in, as soon as all my classes are over, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go check, see if I. And so I walk in there, and there's no paper. I'm like, what? And then I'll go talk to my RA, and I was like, hey, dude, did you go check my room again? And he's like, huh? I was like, we failed last time. We rearranged our entire room, and before I left this morning, in a rush, because I had that presentation, I was throwing everything in my possession in my closet. So,
go!
Whenever I go to put my dirty clothes from my shower tonight into my laundry basket, I'm going to have to take out my chair and a fan and a bunch of other stuff. I just tossed in there so we'd pass.
I feel you. My my hamper is so full. I only do laundry every 2 weeks though.
You're lucky. I have to do it every week.
I bought so many pairs of boxers though before I game, 3 or 4 packs.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
I'm never running out of freaking underwear. It's not gonna happen.
That like I have that right now too.
That's another thing. On top of like academic stresses, you have living stresses with like, oh, I wonder if I have any clothes to wear tomorrow, or did I eat today? Like that's a common question.
That
I
is
didn't
a thing.
eat. I didn't. What time is it? It is past. It's 12:15 in the morning right now, and I just ate for the first real meal today about half an hour ago.
Other than my mac and cheese.
That's right. When I was knocking out that paper, my good friend Chris made me some mac and cheese.
Look at you.
Which was the best. I don't know why, but when that stuff's like really hot, I love to eat it because it
just
burns,
inhale
but
it.
it feels like so good. Like it's like, oh yeah, I like it.
I like that painful swallowing sensation.
I love it to hurt on the way down. But yeah,
It's kind of like how it is with hot chocolate.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. I love hot
So
chocolate.
anyway, I talked to my RA and he was like, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to do that." And so I was like,
Shit.
and he's like, "Is it good?" I was like, "We rearranged the entire room and I cleaned everything up so there's clear paths and there's no like trash anywhere." He's like, "Cool, I'll come check it out later." And so it was good. So we passed. Yay!
Yay!
Everything's good.
I love RRA. RRA.
Our RA.
Our RA. That's what it comes down to. So just keep that in mind when you're going to college. It's great, but it's also hella stressful.
Hella.
Hella.
HELL capital A.
HE double hockey sticks.
I like that one. HE double hockey sticking up.
So I guess that's gonna wrap it up. We rambled on for long enough. So
How long is it?
just about 12 minutes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's like you said, it's 12-something in the morning. It'd be nice to go take a shower and go to sleep so I can wake up for my 8 a.m., study a little bit right beforehand, go in and
Kill the exam.
hopefully win against the test.
Just like flop it out right there and just ace it. Flop out your flop out your knowledge and lay it right out there. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking.
That's what
Take
I'm
it
talking.
and be like, "You're mine."
Just your knowledge is right on the desk, right there.
Right there.
On that note, I think we're gonna end the podcast right there. Thank you guys so much for listening to this, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Swagadoodle.